Hello everybody, my name's Matt and welcome back to the Fantasy Football Fanatic, the channel that's dedicated to the Fantasy Hub fantasy football game for Android and iOS. This is going to be the last episode in the Euro 2020 game series that I've been doing over the last few weeks for the duration of the Euro 2020 tournament. So this is episode 8, where I look back on the final game week, which was the final itself between Italy and England. I'll go through how my team did, what transfers I made, and where I finished overall in the league, in the mini league, and also my final worldwide position as well. And then also review the team of the tournament as well, based on the points system of the game. So also, if you're wondering why I'm not wearing the usual England shirt, stick around to the end of the video and I'll explain what this is all about. But with all that said, let's get into it. Right guys, so the game is now updated for the final game week 7. So managed in the final 34 points. Again, happy that I was above the average of 22 points, but below the top points of the week, which was 47. My overall rank slipped a little bit from last week, so ended the whole championship on 1,944 in the world, which considering how many people are playing the game, tens of thousands, isn't too bad. I think obviously when you first start, you think that you always hope for better, but in all honesty, that's not a bad finishing position. So yeah, that's how we ended for the final game week. Now I'm going to look at how my team did on a individual points basis, and what my transfers, what transfers I made. The final changes that I made for game week 7. So obviously starting off with who I already had in the team, Donnarumma, kept Donnarumma in obviously for the final. Obviously, hoped that he wouldn't keep a clean sheet against England. He didn't, and in the end he got the 1 point. Then I had Bonucci, who unfortunately scored against England in the final. Didn't get a clean sheet, but still got the 8 points in total for scoring the goal. Then I had Harry Maguire. Fortunately, didn't get any attacking returns in the game. He had his chances off of a few corners throughout the game, but nothing too clear cut. And because England conceded, they got the 1 goal in the 90 minutes. Got the 1 point. Luke Shaw, he got the goal after I think it was 2 minutes. I think it was. I don't quite remember the actual time, but yeah, really fast goal. So again, he got the attacking point for that, points for that. But again, with England conceding the goal, his points total wasn't as high as it might have been. Overall, in terms of the final, I think we've probably scored a bit too early. In all honesty, it gave a lot of time for Italy to come back into the game. You're always wary if you score that early in a game, and it's happened on a number of occasions before with England where we've scored really early and then gone on to lose the game overall. So yeah, that was the defence. The midfield, I went heavily for Italy. Really, so I brought in Jorginho on the off chance that he might get a penalty in the game. Didn't happen, so just the 2 points for starting. Again, Sterling been magnificent in the tournament for England. and I'll talk about some of these players as we come on to the team of the tournament, because a few of these are in the team of the tournament for obvious reasons. So, but on this occasion, Sterling couldn't get any attacking returns, so just the 2 points. Same with Barella. He came off. I think in the game quite early as well. Didn't really show anything. The one player that did show attacking intent for much of the game was Chiesa, and he had numerous attempts on goal throughout the game, and to only come away with the 2 points for starting was a bit disappointing. Immobile had a quiet game as well by his standards. Can't recall seeing too much of him in the game, and again just the 2 points for starting. And again with Insigne, he stayed on the field for longer than Immobile, but again no attacking returns. And finally Harry Kane, again no attacking returns. I captained Kane, but yeah, he didn't score. No attacking returns, so just the 4 points to get extra double points for captaining the player. In terms of the subs, I felt that Chiesa had more chance of an attacking return than Mason Mount, because in the previous game Mount, although he played the full game, he didn't really threaten at all, and I thought that Chiesa was had a much higher chance of getting some attacking returns. Didn't prove the case on either side, so as I've already mentioned, just the 2 points for him. Brought in Maguire for Pedersen, as Pedersen was already eliminated, and Jorginho for Gosens. So yeah, pretty disappointing really overall. None more so than England losing the final, which to get to our first final in 55 years. Really disappointed not to win it, but we've shown progression from the World Cup, getting to the semi-finals in the World Cup. Now to the final of the Euros for the first time. It really does bode well, I think, for the World Cup in 18 months' time. The squad will be a bit more experienced because they're so young at the moment, and I think we've got a good chance of making it far in the World Cup. So fingers crossed for that. Look at my final standing in the mini league, and where I finished points wise, and the position that I finished in the mini league. The mini league finished 106th place overall, so just narrowly missing out on the top 100, which obviously I said in previous videos was the goal of the tournament. Really was to get in the top 100 once the first few rounds had finished. So just disappointed to narrowly miss out on that, but 106 out of over 1,900 teams in the league, still a decent finishing point, and to end on 395 points isn't too bad either. And that'll put into context a bit more when I go through the team of the tournament. And the amount of points that amassed, and I managed to actually get a bit more than that. So yeah, can't complain at that really. As we've reached the end of the Euro 2020 game, be really interested to hear how you got on overall. Where did you finish in your respective mini league, and what was your points total in the end? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear. So I thought it'd be really something interesting to show the team of the tournament in terms of the Fantasy Hub points accrued by player as a sort of alternative team of the tournament to the official UEFA one. Shout out to the official Fantasy Hub Twitter account who published this today, which was great timing. It's almost as if they knew that I was looking to do this on today's video. So yeah, really grateful for that, guys. Thanks. So I hope you don't mind me using it. So yeah, I'm just going to talk through the players individually. So as you know, the points will be totted up by players starting the game, clean sheets, assists, clean sheets for defenders, assists and goals for everybody. So let's start with Pickford. So he had an amazing tournament with England. He started all 7 games in the tournament for England, all the way right through to the final. He got 5 clean sheets, didn't even concede a goal until the semi-final stage against Denmark, which is absolutely incredible. Just unfortunately missing out in the final. I thought we were going to win it when he saved the penalty from Jorginho. I thought that was a sign that things were going to go our way, but it wasn't to be, sadly. Then we've got the right back Denzel Dumfries for the Netherlands. So he started all 4 games for the Netherlands. So he also got 2 goals and 2 assists. Really attacking right back, probably the most attacking right back in the tournament. I'd be interested to see now. There's definitely interest in the Premier League, I think, for him. Be interesting to see if he comes into the Premier League for the next season. Then we've got Bonucci. Obviously, I had Bonucci since the second round game week. Absolutely incredible performances from him. So he started all 7 games for Italy, who eventually went on to win the tournament. So he got the 3 clean sheets in that time. So all 3 games in the group stage were clean sheets for Italy, and also he got the 1 goal as well, which for a defender, an old school defender like him who doesn't get forward very much, is a great return from him. Then you've got John Stones. So again, had a really great tournament overall. I felt started all 7 games again for England, 5 clean sheets, and should have gotten the score sheet on more than one occasion. The one that sticks out to me is when he had I think it was against Czech Republic. He hit the not Czech Republic, Scotland. Sorry, he hit the frame of the goal with a header. One of our best chances of that game. So yeah, but overall he had a great tournament, I felt. And then finally, left back of the tournament, Luke Shaw. Similar to Stones, he started 6 games for England. He didn't start the first game against Croatia, but the 4 clean sheets. But his returns really came in an attacking sense. He got 1 goal and 3 assists as well. So exceptional tournament. To keep Ben Chilwell out of the side, who didn't even get 1 minute in that entire tournament. He won the Champions League with Chelsea. To keep him out of the side, just you have some idea of the level of performances that he was putting in. So yeah, definitely left back of the tournament for me. In the midfield, we'll start with Shaqiri. Happy that he's in the team of the tournament for one. He's currently a Liverpool player, and as you can probably tell, I'm a Liverpool fan. He started all 5 games for Switzerland in the tournament, and he got some great attacking returns as well, 3 goals and 1 assist for Switzerland. And then one of the surprises of the tournament for me really was Emil Forsberg. So probably not a huge name in world football. He plays his club football at RB Leipzig in Germany at the moment. Seen him a couple of occasions in the Champions League, but he's really come to the fore for this Swedish national team for sure, especially in this tournament. Again, started all 4 games for Sweden in in the tournament, and got 4 goals as well, which is 4 in 4, which is absolutely incredible, especially for a team considered maybe an underdog in the tournament, Sweden, especially with having Spain in their group, and they actually finished above Spain, so it gives you an idea of the level of performances that Sweden were putting in there. And finally, Raheem Sterling. I mean, what can you say? If you follow England, he's along with Luke Shaw being our player of the tournament, along with Luke Shaw. He was really stepping up at the start of the tournament when Kane wasn't quite hitting his stride and wasn't scoring goals. So again, Sterling started all 7 games for England, and he got the three goals and 1 assist. Absolutely phenomenal performance from Sterling. I don't think we can ask. We couldn't have asked much more from him. And then finally the forward line. So we have Harry Kane. Actually, it started all 7 games for England. The fact that he's in the team of the tournament points wise, just shows really, even when he's not at his best, because overall in this tournament, I won't say it wasn't the pinnacle Harry Kane that we're used to seeing in the Premier League. He didn't even start scoring until the round of 16 game against Germany. So he went the first 3 games without scoring a goal. Just shows you how strongly he finished the tournament. So again, started all 7 games and finished just behind the next 2 in the team, Schick and Ronaldo, for the race for the Golden Boot with 4 goals. So yeah, I mean, what might have been if in terms of his golden, him winning the Golden Boot, if he'd have started scoring earlier, he probably would have won it. Just a shame he couldn't score in the final when and win as our first European Championship in our history. But I'm sure he'll definitely come again, and he's going to be a real danger in the World Cup for any team, and we'll be right up there again with the favourites of the Golden Boot for that tournament, I'm sure. Next we have Patrick Schick from Czech Republic. One of the surprises of the tournament for me. I've seen him a couple of times playing club football, and he's never really caught my eye as a player, as a top class player. But he definitely showed that he is a top class player in this tournament. Started all 5 games for the Czech Republic, scored 5 goals, including that near 50-yard wonder goal, probably goal of the tournament. It got awarded, and quite rightly, nearly 50-yard goal against Scotland. Which is always great to see if you're an England fan. The way he made a meme out of their goalkeeper was lovely to see. So yeah, great tournament for Patrick Schick, and I'm sure that some of Europe's biggest clubs might be wanting his signature for the coming season. And then finally, so we've got no team of the tournament. It would be complete, would it, without Cristiano Ronaldo? I mean, where do you start with this guy? So in terms of this tournament, he started all 4 games for Portugal. 5 goals, the same as Schick, but by virtue of getting 1 assist as well, he actually ended up with the Golden Boot ahead of Schick. So Schick really unlucky overall, but Ronaldo getting the Golden Boot award, and he's also the all-time Euro goal scorer as well, with 14 goals overall, and he's a long way clear of Michel Platini, who was in second place with 9. Will that ever be beaten? I don't know. I don't think Ronaldo's finished yet. He keeps himself in great shape. I don't know when he would retire. He might even get to the Euros after this one. I think he'll definitely be in the next World Cup, with it being in 18 months' time. He'd only need to win the World Cup to, complete football, I think, in my opinion. So he's won absolutely everything else. So absolute legend of the game. So yeah, that is the team of the tournament overall. Itself, managed 389 points. So as I say, I'm quite consider myself a decent finish if you're finishing above this, especially if you're finishing above this team. I managed it, but let me know if you managed it as well. What did you finish on? Let me know in the comments.
And that brings us to the end of episode 8, and indeed the series of the Euro 2020 Fantasy Hub Fantasy Football Game series that I've been doing. I hope you've all enjoyed it as much as I've enjoyed making the series. If you have enjoyed it, please remember to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to be notified when I upload more videos. And also, speaking of more videos, as mentioned earlier in the intro, the reason why I'm wearing this Liverpool t-shirt is that as we all know, the Premier League is starting in less than a month's time. So, really looking forward to the best league in the world starting back up again. And of course, you know what that means. That means that there is a Fantasy Hub Premier League game. It has been released already, so if you haven't checked it out already, make sure you do. So the next series for the channel will be the Premier League season, and for that season and that series, I'm going to be starting a mini league, Fantasy Football Fanatik Premier League it'll be called. I'll leave details of how you can join that in the description box below. Also, I'm pleased to say that there'll be a dedicated Twitter account being set up for the channel as well, so all the updates and all the news about the channel will be on there as well. I'll leave the details of that in the description, so please give me a follow on Twitter to stay up to date as well. Yeah, so I'll see you all in the next video, which will be coming very soon, which will be a first draft video of my Premier League team. And thank you very much for watching. See you next time.